How y'all doing? Facts for the Ghost of Podcast, DJ Laudy, Daudy. Today's short vid segment is going to detail is the NBA soft, in my opinion, and I've done a plethora of podcast segments, short ones and full ones, and I've said this since 2019. Yes, the NBA is a softer league, simply because if you watch the way they play in the 80s, mid-80s, 90s, mid-90s, and early 2000s, it was a much more physical game. Offensive sets were, at times, ran on the low block, where such individuals like, Charles Barkley, LeBron James, I throw them up in there because, that post-game, or should I say working on the block, it was still relevant in the early 2000s. So I would say guys like Charles Barkley and LeBron James, just to mention a few that, operated on that low block area, post-up moves and so forth. And it was dominated by centers such as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Shaquille O'Neal. And again, it was a much more physical game. It was an 80-20 rule in which it was 20% talent or skill and 80% mental. And coaches actually had to coach then. They had to be a master at the X and the O's game in order to win championships at the highest level. If you watch today's NBA, it's a plethora of three-point shots. Centers do not operate the way they used to in the mid-80s, or should I say early 80s, mid-90s, and early 2000s. I can go either further than the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, but I'm choosing the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s as an example. Now, will the game ever go back to where it was back in those days? I would say no as of right now. Also, Achilles injuries seem to be the norm in today's NBA because the game is much more faster, and I just don't think the players, even though they're more skilled than the players was back then, they just cannot handle that type of up and down at a fast pace, if that makes sense. That's all I have to report. Facts and Ghost of Podcast, DJ Laudy, Daudy. Likes, I appreciate. Views, I appreciate more. You and your families take care. Stay blessed, safe. One love. You like the short bit segment, hit the like, subscribe button. My podcast is your podcast. Later.